Did you know that in Canada, roughly 1 million people struggle with an eating disorder? And of all mental health diagnoses, eating disorders have the highest mortality rate, where approximately 1 in 10 will die from the complications. Treatment is complex, as we have to attend to not only physiological, but also mental health issues, as well as societal and systemic ones. Now, you may not know that social workers have a really big presence in eating disorder treatment. You can find social workers in inpatient treatment disorders as part of an interdisciplinary team, or you can find them providing therapy in their one-on-one practice. So one of the big complications with treatment is that we often reduce it to a pathology deep within our clients. However, one of the things that I want to focus on is one of the biggest contributors to eating disorder development that we don't discuss, and that's anti-fat bias. This is discrimination against people based on their size, and it can cause detrimental and even deadly effects. It can lead to affecting your self-esteem, isolation, mistreatment, avoidance, and even misdiagnosis in healthcare systems. And what's worse is that when these factors intersect with other factors such as race, gender, and socioeconomic status, these factors worsen. So one of the biggest challenges of eating disorders and anti-fat bias is that many of us actually don't know that it's a thing. So we don't realize that anti-fat bias is everywhere. The ubiquity of the diet industry, often disguised as health and wellness, acceptable fat jokes on TV, or beauty standards that none of us can attain. So what happens when your social worker is sitting in front of a client treating someone with an eating disorder, and they also hold these internalized anti-fat bias? How do they work through these emotions and these feelings without inadvertently causing more harm? Now, research is starting to emerge on this topic, but we often focus on doctors, on dietitians, and other healthcare professionals, and not on social workers. My research aims to examine how social workers identify, navigate, and counteract this anti-fat bias in their practice, bringing a radical approach to eating disorder treatment that looks at systemic issues as much as individual client care. So the goal of my research through workshops, toolkits, and publications is to help practitioners everywhere dismantle anti-fat bias and bring a solid and radical approach to eating disorder treatment. Thank you.